Waking up inside my bed, looking around at all I have. The only thing missing is what I want. Wipe my eyes, then make my bed. Brush my teeth and fix my hair. Wash my face and put that smile on. When to be and me become so hard. I've walked so many miles with my head at the ground. I forgot the world had clouds. If I could just look up, I see him looking down. I know my grandpa's proud. I am my brother's keeper. I'll be right there for my sister. I know it took me some time, but I'm the man inside my house. I'm better than I think. I'm stronger than I know. I know I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. Nights like this with love on my mind. I'm dying to find it when I open my eyes. I know it's there. Maybe I'm just wasting my time, but it never hurts to try. Loving every heart except mine. Keeping to myself however I feel inside. I guess I'll just keep telling myself that I'm fine. Remember, it's all alright. It was a rainy night, around 5 years ago. Met you down the street, you were walking all alone. Knew we're unstoppable, it was magical. That in this town I can find someone just like you. I said I don't wanna hurt you back. I don't want you to leave me now. Just give me one shot to be the one, and I promise I won't let you down.
And okie dokie. Hi everyone.
It was a rainy night.
Just to let you guys know that the teams are getting together right now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So we will go ahead and be able to go ahead and watch these games relatively soon. So it just needs a little bit more time before we can go ahead and jump on in and watch. Okay?
I can't find someone just like you.
And I have to double check that I got today right. So I was like, hey.
I don't want you to leave me now. Just give me one shot to be the one,
Let's see here.
and I promise I won't let you down.
Yep, I have the right one, so I believe. Okay, so it will be Grin.Apex versus Pot of Greed today. So we're gonna go ahead and sit back and relax just for a little bit until we see the teams get together. Okay, it's gonna take a little bit of time. So meanwhile, let's just go ahead and listen to the wonderful music that we have.
I need a scarecrow after what you did, 'cause all of the birds know that I'm almost dead. I'm barely breathing, I'm barely awake. You left me in pieces, there's no more to break. Don't wake me up, not in this century. Don't wake me up, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. I need an angel after what you did, 'cause you were the devil, you messed with my head. You lied to my mother, you lied to my friends. You said that you'd be there, but this never ends. Don't wake me up, not in this century. Don't wake me up, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost. You're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. 'Cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips. You're just a ghost inside my head. Oh, you're just a ghost inside my head. soul on Spruce Street. Made me smile like Gucci sweet. I bet I could get her number sometime. She was just standing there as I walked away. I should have said hi. I thought to myself, oh, you're way better than the one before. Got a vibe from just looking at her eyes, and I can't stop, can't get her off my mind. Oh, so, oh, if I look back, will I ever forget those eyes? Yeah. City is too bright at night. I need to get away, think I need some time, 'cause she's on my mind. And I know this time I fell too hard, too fast, maybe a bit too far. First kiss is always right. Yeah, I think I fell for a stranger again.
Okay, so we're still waiting on the teams to go ahead and get together. It'll be a little while. At least I hope.
Go home, look up on the gram, trying to guess her name, but no luck there, so I move on back.
I believe they're still all getting together right now.
Back to the place we met.
Because it is playoffs, so
Yes, pretty sure I'm
crazy things will and do happen. So we shall see what is going on.
If this was a different universe, we'd both get what we want. You'd be freed from your family curse. I'd be doing what I love. You lost your heart in Tokyo, found another in New York City. You sent me some postcards telling me just how much you miss me. Star-studded queen, blue jeans, dreaming. I thought it would be so easy. Now you're on your way with her. You say you didn't mean to replace me. And all I'm thinking about is what you do when a hurt can't stop. Just thinking about all the things you said that weren't true. And I know what it feels like when you say only I make you feel right. The sour taste in my mouth from your lies. You took it all without saying goodbye. Now you're out on the social scenes with her, by your your side. I'm a far and distant dream, lost in the back of your mind. You're on your way to Tokyo, then moving on to New York City. I never got the postcards telling me just how much you miss me. Star-studded queen blue jeans streaming. I thought it would be so easy. Now you're on your way with her. You say you didn't mean to replace me. And all I'm thinking about is what you do when a hurt can't stop. Just thinking about all the things you said that weren't true. And I know what it feels like when you say only I make you feel right. The sour taste in my mouth from your lies. You took it all without saying goodbye. Kissing slowly, she don't love me, she's just leading me on again. Tries to fake it, no, she'll break it. I can't take being alone in the end. I let this happen, I was happy, we were laughing, but it never lasted long. I love her more, she is bored, packs her things and she's out that door. And I'm left, I'm a mess, digging in the breeze of my heart, baby, baby. You did me wrong for so long, will always be in my heart, baby.
Okay, I believe the players are all loaded up and ready to go, so we just need a few more minutes before the draft will come up. So we'll see you soon. Just give us a moment.
Don't need your good advice, I don't need you by my side. I just need me and myself tonight. Don't make me look like a fool. Don't tell me what to do. please. But you know that I'm not that weak. Oh, oh, oh. You have to change your mind. You have to realize that I'm just loving myself tonight. I don't need a man who holds my hand, who's trying to hold me down when I say things that he can't stand. I don't need a man, no. I don't need a man to be the best that I can. I don't need a man, no. I don't need a man to be the best that I can.
Okie dokies, everybody. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and pause up the music now, so that way we can go ahead and focus on everything that we see in front of us. Okie dokie. Now, if I remember correctly, I believe Grin.Apex, if not, you know what? I think it might have been a different Grin. That Pot of Greed went ahead and played against a few weeks back. So here we go for season 6 of the PAC. The playoffs have started, and this is the week that it started on. Let's see. So we got Vengeful Spirit no longer in the ban pool, so she got picked up as the first pick. The other 4 heroes that were banned out was Huskar, Phoenix, Centaur, and Axe. Ooh. That's a little rough there. So we got Winter Wyvern and Underlord being picked out back to back from Grin.Apex. We do have a Night Stalker on the board now, and it's intriguing, to say none the less. Now, all right, so we got a good offlaner in the Underlord for Grin.Apex, as well as we have a good option as a 5 or 4 in the Winter Wyvern. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see how this team tries to set everything up. Chances are the Winter Wyvern is going to be a 5. Good to go ahead and protect the 1, of course. And mainly for the Cold Embrace. And not to mention, like, she's been picked up a lot recently. Her Cold Embrace has been pretty, not her Cold Embrace, but her Winter's Curse has been pretty effective in team fights. Now, if we go ahead and take a look on the other side of the other side here, we got Vengeful Spirit and Night Stalker. For those who have been following Pot of Greed a little bit, Naya is the support player, the 5, as we should probably say. And Naya has been really, really good on the Vengeful Spirit. The Night Stalker, I believe, is most likely going to be a 3 in this game, so that's going to most likely be played by Welshi, which means a lot of good things. Because if Welshi is very comfortable on this hero, okay, that leaves not much wiggle room for the Grin.Apex against the offlaner here.
5 seconds remain. Turn to ban.
All right, and so the Luna's taken out, and there's no Juggernaut. Clinks and the Ursa are no longer. Oh, and same with the Lifestealer. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So over in Europe, a lot of people have been playing Dark Willow recently. And I'm not entirely sure where she will be landing in this particular lineup, but if I was to harbor a guess, it would most likely be the 4. So that leaves, well, the Winter Wyvern being the 5, Dark Willow with the 4 with the Underlord. So you got a really nice potential kill lane in the off lane with those 2. That also means the same thing for Night Stalker and Vengeful Spirit if they're comboed together, but the chances of that happening is very slim, usually because Vengeful Spirit is usually played as a 5 in this lineup. And okay, all right. So okay. So that leaves us with Grimstroke being picked up. A little bit of not a head scratcher, but a bit of a I guess a surprise. I think the reason why it's a bit of a surprise is the fact that I was thinking they would go with a little bit of a variety here and there for probably a Tusk, maybe something a little tanky, maybe someone a little bit more mobile, maybe, but I don't know. It feels it doesn't feel odd. It just it was a little left field for me. Was not expecting Grimstroke. Because Grimstroke has been falling out of favor in the meta a little bit, but is still very viable and is extremely strong. Okay, so with that being said and everything, Grimstroke is a great choice here for the Phantom. What was it? Yeah, the Phantom's Embrace, right? Which silence opponents, and the Soulbind, you know, which is really like amazing when you have Magic Missile from Vengeful Spirit, the Void from Night Stalker to go ahead and nuke him down a little bit. It just turns into a nightmare to deal with. If you have one hero that can go ahead and throw out a particular secured stun and probably an AoE of sorts, it'll just mean great things for Pot of Greed, because that just absolutely just makes the hero more fantastic.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Wind Ranger at your service.
It is Dire's ban.
So, oh my gosh, talk about having great having a great pick right in front of you. Wind Ranger, and the Viper. Okay, so these are most likely your mid matchups as Wind Ranger and Viper. I'm sorry, just trying to think here, because I do enjoy seeing Wind Ranger in a lot of games.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Okay, no Skywrath and no Sven. Intriguing.
Seconds. 5 seconds
I kind of feel that the hero that they have to worry about the most on the team right now would be Viper. That would be the biggest problem for Pot of Greed. The reason that I feel that Viper is going to be the biggest problem is the
Dire's turn to ban.
If I'm not mistaken, it would be the nether toxin, the AoE effect. So, oh god, yeah, that's going to be an issue.
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds.
And one of the reasons why that's going to be an issue is the fact that you go ahead and take a look at how the lineup is structured for Pot of Greed. It feels like it's very much in your face and more or less not like keep you bunkered or hunkered down, but more along the lines, if they're gonna catch you, they're gonna catch you and you're gonna be stuck in a particular place. So that is a very heavy thing to think about.
Radiant must choose. Seconds. 5 seconds.
So no PL and no gyro. We're down to our final picks, and we get a Medusa. Okay, so this got very interesting for me. And the reason why it's interesting is because when we sit down and take a look at how, again, the team is structured for Pot of Greed, it's like you kind of get into a choke point area, they're going to take advantage of you, and it's not going to end well. Let's see. Like, seeing a Medusa, ooh, and now we're going to see a Drow Ranger in this game. That is very, very bad news. Oh, man. One moment, guys. Sorry about that. All right.
10 seconds remain.
Right. So let's go ahead and take a look and do a call out here for the lineup. Right, over on the side of Grin.Apex, we got Sari on the Winter Wyvern and Hexy on the Drow Ranger. We also have Naifan on the Viper with Grey Sky on the Underlord, which leaves Prone, Pro 1? PR1 on the Dark Willow. Now, when it comes to Pot of Greed, it will be Welshi on the Night Stalker. Gree is going to be on the Grimstroke, leaving Naya onto the Vengeful Spirit. Rob Boss on the Wind Ranger, with B-Jack Honeydew
Prepare for battle.
Darkness, hunger.
on the
There's
Medusa.
no escape.
And that's if I remember the teams correctly. If I remember everything correctly. Oh gosh, my head is not with me today at all. I was kind of hoping they would start off with the stats just for a panic. Oh, the invasion from Grant to go ahead and just push off the Night Stalker and Wind Ranger away from their home rune, which kind of...
Just
Oh,
30 seconds.
this is interesting. So that leaves Gray Sky with the Viper there. Knowing that they have at least 3 heroes over on their side of the triangle kind of leaves the whole entire team to understand that, yes, they can push into that side of the map, and they're not going to get punished for it too much. Because, you know, one team member over here, they saw the invasion, they can run at these heroes right here with no consequences whatsoever. Oh, Naya with the little sneak. Out comes a magic missile. They're going to go ahead and just pick up 2 runes. Does have the TP available in about 4 seconds. The Pit of Malice is leveled up, so they know where to find her. They are going to slow her down. She might get rooted one more time, though she won't. Able to go ahead and get out. This is a lot of space being created. We'll go down as first blood, unfortunately. But when you go ahead and take a look at how that pans out, that gives Robos wonderful positioning in the mid lane, given that Knifean had to go ahead and come out and chasing to go ahead and secure that first blood for the team of Grin.Apex. Not the greatest start, you know. Probably wanted corrosive skin at level 2, of course, but like Robos does have a level advantage on on the Viper for the moment. Oh, what did you got ferried out to him? Most likely Tango's out. No, just the Wraith Band. Okay. Good to do. Alrighty. So as you can see, the matchup in mid is pretty nasty. 5-3 last hits and denies for Robos. Thanks to that great setup for the start of the game from Manaya. You know, from the first blood, of course. It's not ideal, but you do get a good setup. Now, if we go ahead and maneuver over on top, on the other hand, we do see Hexy just running amok, doing really well in lane. Okay, she is 6-2 at the moment with last hits and denies. Not too much to worry about. Winter Wyvern doing her thing. Oh, didn't realize the camp is blocked until just that very moment. Stuck around for a bit and saw that this one is not blocked. So they are doing a little wraparound on Welshi, though. See if they can get anything going here. Doesn't seem to be the case. Grease maneuvering around the map a little bit, just so he can go ahead and put some doubt in wanting to jump on Welshi. Oh my. A good amount of harassment and still unable to do much against Welshi, who has a good amount of regen left still. Oh.
Dyer's courier has been killed.
Oh my, that is, that's even oh god, that is super terrible. Now, sorry, oh, you're gonna feel sorry for that. You lost your courier, my friend. That is terrible. If you saw all the items that was on the courier, we're talking about boots, we're talking about wards, we're talking about salves and tangos, everything, the whole shebang. That was a full courier with a whole lot of things that she desperately needed. And it went terrible. But, you know, in the mid lane, okay, we saw Robos go down to Knifean under the tower. And Knifan was the person that got the kill first before the tower finished the job. Which also leads to a little bit of interesting here. Okay. Little banter between the two teams, of course.
The
Thank you.
battle seeks resolution.
Denied. Just what I needed.
I don't see any kill potential in lane just yet. On the other hand, over in mid, Rob Boss's life is threatened quite a bit, no matter how he tries to go ahead and look at it. That does run across to go ahead and pick up the bounty room,
Every
just to
coin
make sure
helps.
he can get the maximum amount of uses out of this bottle here. Position himself so he can go ahead and get that top room. Doesn't know that the vision is in place. So he has to go ahead and use his wind run to cut across the map to go ahead and cover the water rune here. Oh, even more ward coverage. In about a second, he can go ahead and use his wind run to avoid these
Radiant
these
should
poison
look to their
attacks.
bottom tower.
You know? Oof. Very, very nasty. Could not take the full advantage of the lane just yet. Oh, using wind run one more time. Another toxin being extremely annoying for him. Ah. Over here on bottom lane, I am guessing BJ Honeydew and Nye were able to go ahead and get that kill onto the Underlord there.
Just what I needed.
Well, actually, you know what? Let's go back up to this lane just to see if he does miss the last hit that he's complaining about. Right, 71 health, 70. Feels like mid animation attack just needs one. Yeah, this one I think. Yeah, he just needs one attack and then he can go ahead and roll on it and be fine. Can't roll that low.
The quest
All
for
right, here we go.
ultimate
And he got the last hit. Oh
continues.
my. Big surprise
Don't
there.
you dare.
Okay. It is a drow, so it's not that much. Oh, there's the void and no chase. Just harass. Just to go ahead and get the drought off of the Oh, now this on the other hand, there's the ink swell, there's a few voids on the right clicks to go ahead and finish the job.
The sun sets on your life.
Little tease and then went for the full thing. Well, on the other side of the map, we do have a little bit of action going on. Naya's courier does go down. Unfortunate. Oh, man. And that was a skateboarding hawk, too. Oh, that's just ungenerous. Alright, Mystic Snake to go ahead and do some damage. It kind of feels like this lane seemed to be relatively safe for B-Jack Honeydew. Unlike what happened up top when the kill threat was quite apparent. Nothing here too much to really threaten the Medusa other than Bramble Maze and the Pit of Malice. As long as you can avoid that, you're a-okay. Alright, Pro 1.
Radiant's top tower is in danger.
I can't figure it out. I'm not even going to attempt to because I'm afraid that I might say something wrong. Over in the top lane, though, the Greed does go down to the multi-shot from Hexy. So it looks like Grin.Apex seems to really like this combination in lane with the Drow Ranger and Winter Wyvern. A quick Tango to go ahead and heal them up. Greed just TPing on in, doing Greed things. Chances are he's going to be warding this whole entire area in a little bit, given what's in his inventory. Probably throwing down his sentry over in this area and following it up with a ward over here. In the mid lane, on the other hand, the Cursed Crown lands on Naya, stuns him up for just a tad bit. Fan is trying to do a chase. He gets 2, 3. Out comes the magic missile. There's the wave of terror and the power shot. With the help of Rob Boss, is able to go ahead and take down the nasty Viper. Oh, and the Dark Willow able to go ahead and TP on out. So that was a 2-for-1 special, not 2-for-1, but like 1-for-1 special in the mid lane. But unfortunately for the team of Grin.Apex, their big nasty Drow Ranger goes down. Now with about a 7-8 minutes of a game going through. If you take a look at the not the leaderboards, but yeah, we'll call it the leaderboards. For the last hits and denies, we do see that the Drow Ranger, Underlord, oh, and the Wind, oh, and there's the Inkswell. Lots of things to go ahead and take out the Drow Ranger. So things are looking pretty bad, and they feel like they're not stopping. They do want Sari here. Sari is going to be going down in a few moments, a few right clicks, and there we go. When you have 3 heroes diving on you, it's not going to end well. Oh, we got PR with the Cursed Crown onto Greed, turning around slowly, making sure he can land his stroke of fate. There is a bit of a slow. All right, Raw Boss. Oh, there's the urn being applied. They're trying to chase it down. There's the power shot. They're able to go ahead and finish the job there. Oh, in comes Sari. He's TPing in, going to go ahead and use the Cold Embrace on himself for the time being. Does have a lot of creeps right here. Out comes the power shot to try to make a path for themselves. For Rob Baza's like, you know what, screw this. I'm going out. Welshi, on the other hand, goes, you know what, I'm this far behind enemy lines. Screw it. I need myself a kill. But he's changing his mind fairly quick. Oh, the Pit of Malice keeping him in place. There he goes, down with the multi-shot and the use of the Shadow Realm there. Was that the Bedlam? Pretty sure that was a Cursed Crown. Okay. Oh, and they got rid of that Observer Ward. Oh, little cheeky, sneaky play there. Oof. If it was more to the left, they would have been able to get that Observer Ward for themselves for free. Okay. A lot of action going on in this game. A wave of terror being thrown out. Out comes the Pit of Malice, but unable to go ahead and land the spell. Missed the deny from Rob Boss. Great news for Grin.Apex. They have more control of the map. Well, just the mid portion, which is really, really good for them. You know, it gives them a way into the enemy triangle for themselves, which gives access to the bounty room. Now, not losing the top tower for themselves is also good news for them. Bad news for Pot of Greed. It means that they have to work just a little bit harder than everybody else. Okay, but let's go back to the net worth. Alrighty. So, when we're looking at this net worth chart here, Viper is in the lead, followed up by Rob Boss. Okay, so that's Knifeman. Oh. Uh-oh. The Cursed Crown landing on Gree. Out comes the Bramble Maze. The Bedlam, not Bedlam, but the Shadow Realm being used. Oh no, and Rob Boss catches himself in a terrible position. And down goes Ice Frog as well. The Courier, I mean. Gosh, that is just... Oh... I don't... Oh... There's no items on there, so it wasn't that terrible. Okay, we got PR moving on in, applying the Curse Crown all too well. She's seeing if they can go ahead and do something out of nothing. Out comes the Bramble Maze. He is rooted down for a little bit, using his Shadow Realm and landing the hit on him. Just to go ahead and harass him out of lane, of course. I don't think there's too much follow-up that they can do, but, you know, Welsh has to go ahead and put himself in harm's way, especially in the mid lane, so that way he can go ahead and relieve pressure, because that top lane was taken down so easily. Okay, now let's take a look at the net worth like I was trying to say before all this fighting started erupting. Alright, when you're taking a look at this net worth chart, seeing 3 out of the 5 on your team in the top 3 is great news. It means all 3 of your cores are doing their thing, they won their lanes, they're trying to go ahead and make sure that they can secure the win, even though the Drow Ranger did lose a lot of health. Not a lot of health, but a lot of gold due to her deaths in lane. Medusa, on the other hand, seems to be stagnating the lane a bit, just to make sure that she can go ahead and survive and live through a lot of things. Okay, sensing there is a lot of trouble ahead of her way, I believe the ward over here was able to go ahead and see a little bit of the team traveling through the jungle. With this in mind, my apologies again, sorry, I needed to take that off. With this in mind, they're going to be applying even more pressure. The outer towers are going to be going down for the tier 1. So, or at least I believe it's going to. Which puts a lot of constraint for Pot of Greed. Alright, Shackles landing on... Sorry. Is going to be having a nice little nap for the moment. Or at least a break. Out comes the Phantom's Embrace. They do have this man silenced up quite a bit. They take down the tower, the Inkswell for the follow-up, and the power shot as well. The Inkswell not needed for this kill. Rob Haas says, I will go ahead and do everything here for this fight. With a bit of the right clicks, a little bit of the void, you know. Works out really well. Now, BJ Konidu does need to be a little careful in this area. He is under vision in both wards. So really needs to go ahead and plan out his rotations a little bit more. Kind of feel like rotating between these two, these camps right here and going the backside will be very useful for himself, as long as he doesn't fall under vision for the enemy team. The unfortunate part is that they have a lot of vision. One on the cliff, like you can see, and the other is over here on the right hand side, through and keeping eyes on the heavy trafficked part of the map, which is good. It lets them plan out a lot of things. We do have PR throwing out a little sign to his team saying, hey, we got to go this way. There's 3 right there. They're pinging him out. The Viper's with them. Out comes the Pit of Malice. They're going to go ahead and use some poison attack. Curse Crown to make sure he doesn't get away with the stun and a TP. Oh, they're throwing out a little bit of everything. Out comes the Terrorize. The Soulbind is on the Winter Wyvern and the Drow in the backline, but that doesn't mean anything. Even this Inkswell is not slowing down this enemy team. And Grin.Apex just running amok on this map and taking names.
Another triumph.
Oh, if you're Grin.Apex right now, you'd be really happy with the results that you've been getting right now. You'd be like, hey, we're in prime position to winning this game. And when you take a look at how your Viper is about 1.5k in front of your 1, that's just great news. It's even better when you go ahead and take a look at the fact that you're almost nearly 2k ahead of their next highest player in the Winter Wyvern. So you feel like your team needs a little bit of a pep talk. So it's more, hey, let's run at these towers even more. Oh, Pit of Malice, Naya right there, throwing out the Wave of Terror just for scouting purposes. Power shot, trying to find who's where and what. Alright, they're going to go ahead and try to apply something to Welshi. That poison attack absolutely decimating him. Ooh, the Winter's Curse didn't do much against the Wind Ranger. And unfortunately, B-Jack Honeydew is caught in between 4 heroes. Correction, no more heroes. Oh, no points in Stone Gaze. That would have been really helpful there. At least 1 point. Just so that way they can just turn around and not face him. Give him a small chance to escape. Everything that's going on right now for Pot of Greed doesn't look good. Out comes the magic missile. There goes the shackles just to see if they can get PR, and it's not going to be happening. Gray Sky, on the other hand, was just tanky enough to take that power shot as he goes ahead and dark rifts his teammates out into the bottom lane because they feel like they can do everything that they want to and need to. Got a bit of a situation going on for Pot of Greed. Oh, Ring of Aquila, that's a really nice neutral item. They do have the lane pushed in just a tad bit. So if they decide to go ahead and apply pressure on the map, this would be the best lane to go ahead and choose to do so. It opens up the map for them a little bit, giving them access to the giving them access to the outpost. But sorry, seeing this threat, wants to go ahead and defend it himself or themselves. Alright, over here on mid, the mid tower is under threat. We do have Welshi TPing on back. He's gonna go ahead and ulti on in. The Inkswell does land. Oh, they're gonna go ahead and use the Hurricane Pike if I'm not mistaken. And that is a quick swap. The Gaze coming out. They have this Viper dead to rights. If they use everything on him, they're able to go ahead and do so. And while all of that is said and done, the Underlord was able to go ahead and TP on out and be like, hey, I'm safe, guys. Don't worry about me. You know, but they did lose 2 there. And so it's not all sunshines and rainbows in the land of Grin.Apex just yet. You don't need to lose your heroes. But they were able to claim 2 towers. They claimed the bottom tower a little earlier, and now the mid tower, the map looks incredibly closed off for the side of Pot of Greed. Oh no, Greed. Oh boy, that means it's no, never mind. I thought he was being chased down by his own teammates. Yeah, we're gonna take our frustrations out on you. Alright, now when we're talking about being this far behind, you want to go ahead and make sure that Medusa gets all the farm that she can possibly get, which also means that you definitely need to keep an eye on your triangle by, you know, putting out the wards and sentries that you need to make sure that none of the teams or enemy team members can figure out where Medusa is. The more difficult it is for the teams to figure out where B-Jack Honeydew is in this game, the better it is for her. Oh, what do we have on the courier? Oh, the ultimate orb and the recipe. So we do have a manta being made. Does have to worry about a Hexy a little bit. That right click damage is super. Oh, just absolutely mean. Okay. Hexy moving on to the other side of the map, on the dire side. Going into the triangle herself and farming everything she can. The rest of the teammates are going to probably move away, stick with each other, of course, you know, because they do have their taxi here.
Every coin helps.
All right.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
All right, the Ags is being made on the Welshie, which means the Void turns into an AoE ability. Crippling Fear obviously stays the same. Hunter in the Night becomes a little bit more effective, but
Dire's top tower is no
not by that much.
Dire's top tower is under
Do have a bit of an action going on down here on the bottom lane, and so do we up on top as well. You know, oh, Rabos was trying to go ahead and threaten the tier 3. Out comes the shackle. There's the pit of malice. Oh, the soulbind landing and the phantom's embrace going up and silencing everything. Oh, they're using the Night Stalker's ult, the double magic missile. Ooh, the Winter's Curse being used, but no real follow-up. He is feared away for the moment. Ooh, quick swap. Out comes the gaze from the Medusa. Can they go ahead and get some right-clicking action? And their power shot to take out one. Boss moving forward to try to get to the Hexy. Oh no, the Medusa and the Wind Ranger goes down. They were able to go ahead and take out the Underlord and PR though. The Dark Willow. Man, I do not want to be the Underlord this game. It's just too much in front of you. You know, Grey Sky is having a wonderful game, though. That being the front tank, moving forward, pushing lanes, being aggressive, using the Dark Rift when necessary. It's just absolutely fantastic to see. Great plays. Ooh, the Solar Crest is out. All right. Well, these two teams are setting up between one another, or at least thinking. Oh, they do have... oh, sorry, barely living, forced to use the Cold Embrace at this point. Oh, and the power shot barely misses. If it was used just maybe half a second earlier, I think that would have been a dead sorry. Power shot being thrown out one more time. Grin.Apex has what feels like full control of this portion of the map. It's not like they can go ahead and challenge it just yet. Nia's moving on over. We're going to use the Wave of Terror to see what's there. Bramble Maze is used. They have the Winter's Curse on her. And she's going to be going down right here, right now. Ooh, Medusa was in mid, exposed for any side attack and flanks, but they decided to go ahead and do a chase down. Classic, simple chase down on the... Ooh. On the two members of Pot of Greed, and unable to succeed on that. Pot of Greed is working off of the back foot right now. They're down 3k, oh, down 8k. My apologies, I read that wrong. Down 8k and have a 3 kill difference. The Medusa and B-Jack Honeydew is starting to catch up with the Drow and the Viper. There isn't much going, not much left in terms of distance. And once the Medusa catches up with the Drow, it's the question of whether or not the Drow can sustain and move forward. Not how much longer can the Medusa keep up. Oh, they're using the double soulbind with the Phantom's Embrace. They have two heroes silenced up. The tower is still standing. All right, Nia's right there to go ahead and try to beat like a target doll, but that's not working. There, you know, the power shot from Raw Boss, the Void. Ooh, man, I mean, like, there's so much here that I think they can do a lot. Grin.Apex. They can just swoop on in and be fine. They're going to be, I think, what it feels like to be content. Oh, they're going to go ahead and use another Winter's Curse right here. They do have Rob Boss really stuck on this. Fire and followed it up with a Terrorize. Oh, Welshi in the backline quite a bit with his Crippling Fear. Doesn't seem to be doing too much. All 5 are still standing. Wave of Terror. Out goes the Mystic Snake. All right. Who reclaimed the Aegis? I don't know. But anyways.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
While all of that was going down, we had B-Jack Honeydew just push the living daylights out of the tier 2 bottom tower. Was unfortunate in claiming it. So being forced back and trying to be a good teammate is going to be applying as much pressure as they possibly can in this defense. The use of the Manta to go ahead and make sure he gets out of the predicament that he was in. Oh man, they're trying to... Oh, here comes the swap onto Gray Sky, but is able to just go ahead and walk away. Naya being blown the hell up. Out comes the Void. He is rooted down. The Crippling Fear wasn't there in time. Oh, and we got a Soulbind Phantom's Embrace. Out comes the Mystic Snake. Can they go ahead and get these Grin.Apexes? Oh, can they get it? Yes, they're able to get the reclamation of the Aegis on the Drought. Can they follow it up even more? They are down 1 Rax. Feels like the second one's going to be following up relatively soon. There is the Pit of Malice. They're finally getting it. There's another Void. Oh, there you go ahead and shackled up. Can they get the last kill? Oh, and a Great Force Staff to get PR out of trouble right there. And wonderful job from Gray Sky to go ahead and taxi the rest of his team out of danger. And not only that, it isn't a taxi service to base. It's a taxi service to the next lane that they can go ahead and put a bunch of pressure on and try to finish this game up in a quick, fast, and efficient way. But it also kind of feels like Pot of Greed's not out of it just yet. There's a little bit of hope. Not much, but there is. When we take a look at the win percentages right now, we're looking around a 2% winnings. All right, so we're prepared for the 2% comeback if that is to be the case. All right, Rob Boss throwing out those shackles and power shots, and so be. Oh my lord, he's not gonna be surviving this at all. Oh, there's the gaze. Out comes the gust to go ahead and silence up the Medusa. Oh, they're going to be focusing on just these Raxes. They don't care too much about the heroes. It's more like pepper them a little bit and run away. Greyfan just absolutely going ham on this whole entire situation, of course, and is able to take out the Night Stalker and Walshy, and I believe was able to take down Gree. And now we're at Mega Creeps. Oh my gosh, Grin.Apex is absolutely slaughtering Pot of Greed right now. They put the pedal to the metal and haven't let go. They're trying to make them submit. Oh, and the Splinter Blast was able to go ahead and get Rob Boss, who has no buyback available. Oh no, used it already, and oh man, B-Jack Honeydew, I think you're the last person here to able to do anything against this team. And I don't think he's gonna be able to do anything at this point. Like, too far behind, too much of the map was taken. They're fighting Mega Creeps in like less than 10-20 seconds. Because they're already in base. Naya is gone. The stunned up Medusa has to run into the fountain area. Oh god, he's getting right clicked down quite a bit. They're going to go ahead and call GG on this. Oh man, congratulations Grin.Apex on the 1-0 lead, if I am not mistaken. Okay. So that was the first of 3, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that was a bit stompy. Very, very interesting. All right, we have game 2 coming up soon. I believe they are taking like a small tiny break. I believe maybe 3 to 5 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 10. So while we are waiting for that, I'm gonna go ahead and throw up some music one more time. Let's see here. We're doing chill pop right now, and you know what? I kind of feel like switching it up a little bit. So let's go ahead and just run into chiptune right now and see how it all pans out. Aw. I was really hoping the song would end just in time for the draft, but I guess that's not the case.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. Dire must choose.
Alrighty. Anyways, I'll just go ahead and pause it. We'll start it again later. Anyways. Excuse me. Okay. So last game went to Grin.Apex. So that is a 1-0 nothing lead in the best of 3, if I am not mistaken, between these two teams. Pot of Greed is on the back foot. They are going to be playing on the Dire side this time rather than the Radiant. And if I'm not mistaken, they were able to go ahead and have first pick. Okay.
Dire's turn to battle.
Alrighty. So when we go ahead and take a look how Grin.Apex is setting up their teams and lineups, we got Winter Wyvern and Night Stalker back to back, which means Pot of Greed countered with, well, I wouldn't say countered, they opened with the Oracle, and then they countered with the Brewmaster. So it's going to be very interesting to see how all of this pans out. I do believe that it is going to be a lot of fun in this game because we have a Brewmaster special for Welshie with Naya most likely playing the Oracle. So we can go ahead and take a look at the band so far. No Centaur, no Axe, so they didn't want any big initiations from Welshie whatsoever. And seeing how Welshie plays on Brewmaster, it kind of feels like it doesn't matter. At least for Welshie, because like he is, how would I put this? Really good on a lot of different strength offlane heroes. Alright, so Pot of Greed have been targeting their bans specifically on the Huskar and the Phoenix just from last game, so that has to be the respect bans because they are letting the Winter Wyvern through. It doesn't seem like they care too much for it. And they did open up their second phase banning with taking out the fishbowl. Why am I wanting to say Apex Legends all of a sudden? That's not what I wanted to say. Arc Warden. And the Viper was a nuisance last game, so they did a respect ban for that. So Klink's, Juggernaut, and Death Prophet unavailable for both teams, as well as taking out the Luna. Luna has been very popular in this patch with a relatively small, I wouldn't say relatively small, relatively okay win rate at like 40 something odd %. So it's not the best win rate in the world. But it's a good win rate. So I feel like the Juggernaut and Klink's bans, Klink's ban is a little perplexing to me, but it is what it is. The Juggernaut I understand because B-Jack Honeydew does play a lot of Juggernaut. Not to mention Juggernaut is like a huge ban or pick in this patch, especially in this meta for like the past 2 to 3 weeks. It's like the Juggernaut hasn't left since the start of 7.28 or 7.29. Like no matter how you want to like chop it up, it's just like it's not leaving.
Dire's turn to pick.
Lion.
Huh. Alright, so for the second phase, they're going to open up with a Lion, followed up by a Leshrac counter. Okay. All right, so when you go ahead and take a look at Leshrac in this lineup, it is most likely going to be in the hands of Rob Boss,
5 seconds remain.
because Leshrac in mid is very, very strong. Lion, of course, is a great. Let's see here. Is he going to be 4 this game? Most likely 4. Most likely 4 in this game. So that's going to be most likely played by
Windranger at your service.
Prone, which means Gray Sky. No, not Gray Sky. Knifan is looking at a Windranger, or the looking at the Windranger.
10 seconds.
Okay, so looking at how the Windranger's there and the line as well, the line being heavily used in this patch for a lot of control for various reasons. Yeah, it has a he has a great talent that makes him magic immune when he uses his mana drain. It's ridiculously stupid. So that is nice. You get a Chaos Knight. Okay. So to get around this whole entire magic immunity, you might as well pick a hero that can get past magic immunity, right? In the Chaos Knight. The only issue is that you kind of sort of need to get into the late game to do that. And when you go ahead and do that, it makes life a whole lot easier. So no AM, no Sven, no Nyx Assassin or Ogre Magi. So Pot of Greed needs to go ahead and take a look at their lineup right now. What do they need? They need a 4 from what I can tell, and one that's going to be super active. We're probably maybe looking at a Gree Earth Spirit if I'm were to wager anything. Maybe a Tusk, like I was mentioning from the last game. You know, I'm obsessed with a lot of 4s that can go ahead and do a lot of different moves throughout the map and the game and be effective. Earth Spirit's definitely one of those heroes, and that's the same that it goes down with Tusk. I don't see Bloodseeker being too much of a hero at the moment as a 4, but it can work against this team because you have a massive silence, so you have like an area to go ahead and control, and that's something that you need a lot of space with. Let's see. Because with this team that you have right now with the Oracle, Brewmaster, Leshrac, and Chaos Knight, having a Bloodseeker makes that barrier, which if you are Grin.Apex, especially with these particular heroes, not being stuck together makes it a lot more difficult to win. And that's the one thing that they did last game, was they were able to go ahead and split Pot of Greed away from each other and pick them off one by one and, you know, start taking advantage and exploiting the team little by little and winning the matchup through there. So it is a last pick, and it's going to be one that's going to be heavily thought upon. There are a lot of other options for 4. And can I think of any? Really, can I really actually think of any at the moment? Not really. I mean, I have to think.
Choose.
PAC.
Oh, why did I not think of Puck? And a Life Stealer. Okay.
On the battlefield.
So a Life Stealer is wonderful as a last pick against Leshrac. He can hunt him down quite a bit, but the issue is closing the gap between then and to now. Okay, so a little bit of a mix up here, especially from the side of Pot of Greed. we are running with a Rob Boss Puck, which means Gree is going to be running on a Leshrac 4, leaving Welshie with a 3 Brewmaster, a 1 B-Jack Honeydew on the Chaos Knight, Naya being the 5 Oracle.
5 seconds.
That is nice to see. A little bit of mix up there. Now we go ahead and take a look on the side of the Radiant. We have Sari laying on the Winter Wyvern, PR on the Lion, Knifean on the Wind Ranger, Grey Sky on the Night Stalker, with Hexy on the Life Stealer. Oh boy. So it's going to be a lot of interesting things going on in this game, and I do hope we are in for a treat. And if I'm not mistaken, it is going to be game 2, and then the best of 3. Let's see if Pot of Greed can go ahead and turn this around and make it a 3-game series, shall we? Bum bum bum. Da-da-da. Come on. Come on. I don't want to be stuck. There we go. And there we are. Oh. Okay, we're on the feed camera there. Hit that button here. Hit that button there. Let's go here. Oh. That's where it is. Okay. And there we are. Still a little hard cut there. My apologies again. Okay. Okay. Alright, we got Sari moving in this direction while we have Puck and everybody else on this opposite end. Kind of feels like... Oh, so they did get some eyes on that. Okay, so Grey Sky did see what the Puck was able to do. You know, the extended night vision. Okay, so the Pot of Greed seems to be all up on this right now. It was kind of funny given that, well, she was like, hey, let's go this way. Let's hook them. Turn it around. Okay, so they're going to move slowly and surely on this. They are going to go ahead and do a flanking maneuver here. And a few more moments. Rob Boss moving on in. They're going to go ahead and move in slowly on this. They do have their eyes on this Night Stalker. Jack Honeydew. Nope. It is Gree that goes down. And then they take out the Night Stalker. Alright. They gave up 1 rune for it. So an early start for the Pot of Greed. Which, when you take a look at, actually was a quick start for Grin. But they took out the Night Stalker, leaving Rob Boss in the middle. Okay. Oh. We got Gree over there. So interesting. Okay, so it looks like they're going to go ahead and do an aggressive tri-lane on bottom. Because Gree is going to be moving in this direction now. So I'm going to try to challenge Hexy and Sari in this lane with Nyan and B-Jack Honeydew. Alright. Oh, he doesn't want to move too close just yet. Oh, that sentry barely survived. I mean, like, it's right there on the edge. And man, like, Gree is trying to keep himself hidden from Sari as best as he can right now. He doesn't want to expose himself too much to him. It's a great little hiding place to be right there as well. Now, if we take a look over in the middle lane, on the other hand, we have Knifean putting a lot of threat and pressure. Oh, as I say that, we do have a lot of trouble for Hexy. A TP on in from PR. It seems like he has a spike, Earth Spike at the ready to see if he can get any counter going, but that's not going to be happening anytime soon. The water runes are up. Rob Boss throwing out one illusory orb to go ahead and push out the lane a little bit. So he's going to forfeit the top rune so he can get the bottom rune for himself. The bottle is going to be on its way on the courier. Oh, Welshie's courier is dead though. Oh no. That's very bad news for Welshie. That seems to be up there. Oh, they're going to go ahead and just move on in. Hexy was the main primary target, but it looks like B-Jack Honeydew will be going down here. Great job from PR and sorry to turn that whole entire gank into a trap and walk away with a win. Oh, and this sentry doesn't cover that side. Oh my. So they're still trying to figure out what's blocking the camp. Over in the mid lane, Knifan is trying to get Rob Boss, and Rob Boss, being the sneaky little puck, is just running around and avoiding everything. But, oh, Knifan was going to go ahead and move on over, but is not going to. Doesn't feel like he needs to be over there. Instead, it's going to feel like, hey, let me go ahead and take a visit on Rob Boss on the side over here. Out goes the power shot. Rob Boss using the phase shift to go ahead and avoid any shackle attempt. That being said, it feels like Rob Boss is trying to control the lane the best he can against this Wind Ranger, and it doesn't seem to be succeeding too well. If we go ahead and visit bottom real fast, because the... Oh, down he goes as a lifestealer. Oh, they got the sorry rooted and got him again with the split earth. Oh, these right clicks from Sorry and P are just doing the damage that is absolutely necessary. Out comes the second Chaos Bolt. Can they go ahead and get the job done? He is rooted up with the Earth Spike and the save, so that way Honeydew can't get the kill on you. Man, I can't even visit the top lane just yet. I want to visit the top lane. Let me visit the top lane. You and your Arctic Burn and the stupid Splinter Blasts. You guys are hitting each other left and right. Stop it. Oh, man. But anyways, they're going to go ahead and just keep hitting each other left, right, and center. Oh, and Sorry's going to go ahead and sacrifice himself to the neutral creeps. All right. So it kind of feels like the mid... Oh my gosh. That's a lot of stuff going on over here on the side camp pole there. Oh. B-Jack Honeydew protecting. Out comes the Earth Spike. They do have the Chaos Bolt on one. They will go ahead and split Earth, followed up by the Fortune's End. Can Honeydew get out of this? The body blocks was right there, but unable to do anything. Rage is there at the ready. Threw down the Earth Split, but misses. Thanks to Rage and that magic immunity. And man, that lifestealer just chomped on through that Leshrac. Was able to go ahead and just run at him. Oh, back in the middle lane here. I want to visit top real fast. Okay, but I won't. Alright, Waning Rift. And it feels like they have... Oh, he's going to be focused fired now. Oh. Was able to go ahead and abuse that. But okay, up here, up top, we have Crippling Fear on Welshie. And Welshie's going to try to TP on up. And is unable to do so because the Night Stalker was able to go ahead and just use his Dark Ascension and just wallop away on him. Had a great high roll on that last hit, though. Kind of felt like he was about to get out, but... Oh, in the mid lane, on the other hand, Rob Boss doing his wonderful job there, being a boss, as Puck able to go ahead and finish the job. Oh, Waning Rift, a little too early. Phase shift, gonna go ahead and illusory orb. Ooh, and that last hit from Gray Sky absolutely whiffs, mainly because they just swap places, you know. Disco pony time.
This sustains. Gold remains.
So great TP from Gray Sky to help out on trying to get this sneaky little puck, but unfortunate to get the kill. We got PR trying his best to go ahead and be like, hey, let me go ahead and challenge that whole entire camp. Not gonna go well though. Oh, and because of the TP, not the TP on end, but like because oh, the Chaos Bolt misses. The Rage was perfectly timed, but that exposes the Lifestealer to go ahead and take on a lot of the Diabolic Edict. The Chaos Rift is available, but they're just gonna go ahead and focus on trying to get this man some CS instead. Oh, there's the Rift, there's the Chaos Bolt, but that Enrage. Oh, and the Earth Spike onto Greed, the Diabolic Edict on the turn. They're going to go ahead and use the Fortune's End. In comes the Illusory Orb. They're going to go ahead and throw down the Dream Coil. They're trying to silence up this man. Oh, in comes the Cold Embrace to go ahead and do the save. The Earth Split to keep him stunned, but he turns around with the Rage. But he does go down finally to the right clicks of Greed. The Illusory Orb and everything to follow. Oh no, sorry, don't feel sorry anymore. Feels like he can finish the job on this. The right clicks Illusory Orb. Rob Boss with the cleanup. Oh man, he was able to go and he gave up a 4-kill streak. Oh my lord, that's how much impact Sorry is having in this game. Oh man, if you're a Rob Boss right now, you'd be feeling really good right now. It's like, hey, I got rid of the damn stupid Winter Wyvern that's giving my CK and the bottom lane hell. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on over. Oh, Welshie on the other hand is just occupying mid. Oh, missed the Splinter Blast and the Power Shot. The Focus Fire is down. Oh, and there's the Winter's Curse. I don't feel like he's going to be surviving that anytime soon. The right clicks. Oh, and it's a double shackle onto Naya and Welshie. The Primal Split is not going to be available for another 50 seconds. Oh, here comes Greed. Misses his Earth Split. Oh, God. His Split Earth, sorry. I keep thinking it's Earth Split, but that's not the right spell. Oh. Into his rune. Yeah. Man, this is just leaving Graysky alone, and he's just like, I'm gonna go ahead and just hit away. I mean, like, he was given a free lane top after Pot of Greed decided to go ahead and consolidate all their forces on the bottom side of the map, with Welshie keeping eyes on the middle tower. And Rob Boss rotating on the bottom lanes. Oh, Dark Ascension coming on in. Crippling Fear is out. He is silenced quite a bit. Doesn't have enough mana. Oh, he's just going to go down to Gray Sky. Man, those right clicks from Gray Sky is absolutely detrimental. Not only that, they lose the Oracle in the middle lane to Knifean. Oh, it's even worse. It kind of feels like they're hunting this damn pesky Gray Sky down, but they can't seem to find him just yet. Rob Boss is actually going to be the one that's going to be hunted at the moment. Oh, we have Greed moving on in. He did use his Diabolic Edict already. Now comes the Splinter Blast. They're going to go ahead and use... Oh my gosh, they're using the coil and the Winter's Curse all at the same time. They could not get the coil to break on any of these heroes. Out comes the Split Earth. They're going to go ahead and try to get his damn pesky Wind Ranger to, and they're able to do so. Oh, and that Earth Spike misses. Well, it does get one, but misses the rest of the team. They're going to go ahead and do a quick finish on this. And they're trying to go ahead and say, hey, sorry, what's up? Hey, can we go ahead and break your little Cold Embrace there? Sure, let's go ahead and do that. And they're going to be focusing down this tower real fast, which is probably... Okay, the mid towers are the most important ones. Oh, buyback from Sorry. Sorry, TPing on in. Well, she's right there. Kind of feels like they want to do some sort of move here. Cold Embrace is not available for another 40 seconds, so I'm not entirely sure what the buyback was for, but they do feel like they need to go ahead and make a quick rotation to the bottom lane, say hello to Hexy and be like, hey, what up, bud? All 5 of us is here. And Hexy is going to be slowly rotating right into Raw Boss. The Dream Coil is not available anymore. He's going to go ahead and rage away into a nice little spot. We have PR right there trying to catch him down. Oh, and he's going to be right under the sentry vision.
Dire's middle tower is no more.
Oh no. The middle towers are the most important towers in these games. So giving up position just makes that whole entire middle area of the map very contestable. Given the state of the game, it feels like this is how... Ooh. It feels like that all belongs to the Radiant to me. At least that's how I feel about it. I can be clearly wrong on this for obvious reasons. But with the pushing power of the Dire side in Pot of Greed, it feels like they have a good chance in flipping this map upside down if they wanted to. You know, the Diabolic Edict is right there. They're not investing too much into the Pulse Nova. I kind of feel like they're going to put another point into Split Earth, if not 1 point into Lightning Storm. Because it kind of feels like they're going to be roaming all together as a single team, which makes a lot of sense with them, you know. Especially when you have a CK, who's going to be very relatively close to having his what was it, Armlet of Mordregan? So it's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out. Ags is in the quick buy for the Brewmaster for Welshi, so the Maelstrom is almost completed by the Wind Ranger. So whomever she catches out, it's going to be bad news. I hope you have a sentry down because, oh no, they're going to be applying the Dark Ascension. They're going to be TPing on in the middle. Out comes the Lifestealer Bomb, and they're going to go ahead and use the False Promise and the Winter's Curse. I don't think that CK is going to be alive anytime soon, but he's going to go ahead and try to do something about it. Barely, I think he timed it just right, so he misses all that damage that was on him. Oh, I don't think surviving. Yo, a few clicks and gone. Here comes a Primal Split. Let's see if they can go ahead and get a revenge kill onto Grey Sky. There's a Splinter Blast. They have the Lifestealer up in the air for quite a while. Oh, and they're able to go ahead and do so. And are they able to get PR as well? Yes, they are, with a 2-man Small Spike Ravage. And they found Sorry one more time. Out comes the Chaos Bolt. It feels like Rin overstated their welcome. And that's what it looks like. Well, Hexy's just like, I'm just going to be chilling over here and just right-clicking away. What you guys doing? Nothing? Cool. I'm just going to go ahead and keep eating. So B-Jack Honeydew and everybody else seems to be chilling over here on the side on the map. Try to make sure they go ahead and protect everything.
Wish fulfilled.
Oh no, just on the edge, outside of the edge of the darn sentry. He knows they have vision here somewhere, or at least I think he feels like he knows. Oh. So he's going to go ahead and have to get rid of that sentry. Oh, come on. He barely misses them both. Okay, he found one. Can he get two? Can he get two? I don't think he has enough for a second one. Yeah, he doesn't have enough for a second one. Oh, that's just a terrible feeling. Over on the top area, though, Welshy's going to be going down. He didn't have his Split Earth available. Same thing with Raw Boss. He gives up a 3-killing spree to the to Knife Hand, so that doesn't even feel better. Oh, out comes the Split Earth to go ahead and stop Grey Sky from chasing too much, but it doesn't matter anyway. Out comes the Void. There's the False Promise and Purifying Flames to go ahead and keep him alive. They're trying to right-click him down. The Diabolic Edict is doing his damage against Grey Sky, who's coming in and out. Can he do it? Oh, he uses the Fortune's End to root him down and make sure he doesn't come forward any anymore. Out comes the Chaos Bolt for PR. PR is going to be Reality Rift back. There's the Cold Embrace. Knifehan with the shackles to slow down Welshi, but the root is right there on Sorry. And the backlines, we got PR trying to evade and move around. And I'm pretty sure the Split Earth Bear is trying to find the damn Sorry. Can't find him just yet. They're still trying to find the chase, or at least they're supposed to. I don't think they're going to find him, but they do find Sorry once more. He's right there with the Cold Embrace. The Bear is back into one, and they're going to go ahead and eliminate that annoying, stupid Winter Wyvern. Oh. Knifehan right there. Just relaxing. Chilling. Kicking back with a few brewskis. Has a few clarities on the way in the Ogre Axe, which means the BKB is on its way to being completed relatively soon. Like, I did mention the Maelstrom before, so he has it now. The Winter Wyvern doing a wonderful job in this game, just being super pesky. Does have the Solar Crest in mind, using the smoke for Grey Sky and PR. So they're going to go ahead and move on this slowly. Feels like PR wants to go ahead and make a... oh gosh, what was that one stupid silly item? Oh, they even use scan. They know Raw Boss is nearby. Raw Boss slowly moving out. He is right there. He's going to go ahead and throw out the Illusory Orb. Oh no, he gets hexed up, and there's the Earth Spike. They're going to go ahead and use the Finger of Death and with the Crippling Fear so he can't escape. But on the other side, they do find Knifehan. Knifehan is trying to run away from this. The Chaos Bolt is right there. Out comes the Reality Rift, the Fortune's End to keep him in place, the Wind Run, and the Focus Fire all at the same time. Oh, Knifehan can't finish the job, but is able to escape with his life. Oh, just when you think they were going to be trading mids, that Wind Ranger was able to escape a lot sooner.
Dyer's courier has been killed.
What was it that I'm looking for here? Glimmer Cape. That's what I was looking for. Glimmer Cape. It was like on the tip of my tongue for like a minute or two. Oh, they're going to go ahead and use the Dark Ascension right now. Out comes the Phantasm. He does have a little bit of backup. Oh, they're using the False Promise. Out comes the Chaos Bolt. There's the Winter's Curse. Oh, don't run too far back. You're not going to... oh. Hey, well, she was able to survive. Knifehand's on the left-hand side right there. They're able to go ahead and use the Earth not the Earth, but the Primal Split, and they're going to be moving forward. They have the Lifestealer up in the air. They have Greed locked down just for a tad bit. This Dark Ascension from the Night Stalkers being super annoying. They have a lot of things going on. Right now, out comes the Earth Split and the Reality Rift to go ahead and almost finish the job on the Lifestealer. They're going to go ahead and use the Dream Coil right over here, keeping these two in place. At the Reality Rift, finished once, and out comes the Lifestealer, and the Steeler saying, "Surprise, motherfuckers!" Oh, and down goes the CK, and Hexy's trying to run away and unable to do so. And Sorry, he's going to be like, "Hey, let me go ahead and try to get this kill on this puck." And Raw Boss is like, "No, Sorry, you're going to be apologizing to me." They're going to go ahead and throw out a few things. There's the Purifying Flames to go ahead and get rid of something that's been more or less a demon to the side of Pot of Greed. And I'm going to purify this demon out of here. Oh, the whole entire time I had the freaking last hits and denies up for this whole entire time. Man, this game has been so action-packed that I completely forgot to go ahead and swap it over to net worth. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at this net worth, right? Okay. We do see the Lifestealer is on top, and followed up by the Puck and Raw Boss. So Hexy was doing a great job in his lane. As you can see from the last hits, he had 140-ish, more or less, at this point. So he's about almost 10k worth. So he's doing a great job. Oh, he does have the Radiance queued up after his Armlet, of course. Raw Boss does have the Witch's Blades for 9k. That's really good. Not only that, he does have the Aghanims in mind, which also leads into the Wind Ranger in the third place of the net worth. With the Maelstrom, the BKB is still being made. And oh, he opted for the Aghanim shard first before he goes ahead and completes it, which means his power shot is now a global. He can go ahead and global wherever he wants to go. Let's follow that shot, shall we? Oh, whoops, I went too far. Went too fast. Anyways, we have the Pot of Greed to go ahead and smoke up. It feels like they want to go ahead and take a sneak, Roshan. Nah, they're going to sneak into the triangle over here. And it doesn't feel like they can find anyone just yet. They're pinging out something right here. Smoke hasn't broke just yet. They're not within range of this tower. They're trying to find someone. They're hunting around. They're looking. Oh, they have someone on their left-hand side in PR. They're going to go ahead and do a quick Chaos Bolt Reality Rift with a split Earth. Oh, I think they have eyes. They do on Hexy. They're going to go ahead and try to find him real fast. More like chase him down. Sorry, my apologies. Oh, they're going to go ahead and use the Winter's Curse in the back line. And Puck is going to be surviving. Oh, out comes the Phantasm. Reality Rift onto this Night Stalker. They're going to go ahead and kill him real fast. The Crippling Fear did nothing. And oh, they're going to use the Dream Coil as well. They catch Hexy out of place. Down goes the damn Lifestealer. And that global power shot from all the way back there. Ain't that nifty? Oh. He's going to go ahead and keep throwing out his Cinder Brute. He's going to go ahead and use his Boulder. Followed up by the Fortune's End. They're going to go ahead and try to use the Boulder one more time. And another Fortune's End and Purifying Flames. There goes Knifefan. Man, he just ran out of steam. Okay. Well, what seemed to be a relatively comfortable early mid-game for Grin.Apex is now turning into a very uncomfortable mid-game. Because their Lifestealer was on top of the world more or less. He does have his Radiance now. I mean, that CK is starting to turn into a really big beefy boy. Rob Boss is coming on over to help out finish this tower. You know, they need to get that objective completed so that way they can go ahead and just start taking over this map. They finally do. We have Sari here hanging out on this bottom portion of the map for a little while, just trying to push this lane and add some pressure to alleviate the other lanes for a bit. Excuse me. Okay. So they do have 2 smokes in Greed's backpack inventory. And there's the power of the global power shot. Just right across the damn friggin' thing. You know. I mean, like, so here's the thing, right? I have nothing against the global power shot. I really don't. But like, I need to know, like, how far this thing goes. Like, how far does it actually go? Because I saw it run out. Okay, so it is completely global. Alrighty. Which is really weird, given that it just, like, ran out of steam over there, so. Alright, they're all smoked up. They're using one of those smokes from Greed. They have one left. They do have eyes on Gray Sky. They're going to go ahead and use the Dream Coil. He's using his Crippling Fear. Out comes the Yules. There's the Fortune's End with the Chaos Bolt to go ahead and kill the Night Stalker, which means they can go ahead and push this middle lane if they wanted to. But that opens up their top tower. Knifefan, realizing this, is going to focus fire it down, getting rid of it. They are pinging out that someone did put some vision down over here on the top area for the triangle on the Radiant side. They are going to go ahead and use a glyph just to keep it alive as long as possible, but that doesn't seem to be somewhat helpful whatsoever because it's going to be going down regardless. So you kind of sort of have 2 options here. If you are the Windrunner with a Lion, do you stay up here and try to force them back? You do have 1 TP coming in. You do have a Lion for backup. Out comes another power shot for scouting out anyone from behind you. PR is going to be sticking around just for a little bit. Knifefan is TPing away. he's going to be trying to hide. The Glimmer Cave is available, so if he gets in a sticky situation, he can go ahead and TP on out safely. With the double damage on VJack, Honeydew, you do have the option. Oh, it's not SNY as well. You do have the option to go ahead and just make a quick Roche. Kind of feels like they're going to be doing that, but at the same time, I kind of feel like the smarter play would be just rotating and hooking right into... Oh, they do know she is here. They're going to go running right into her. They find her real fast. Out comes the Chaos Bolt. There is the Reality Rift Keeper in place with the Split Earth. Now they can go ahead and take a quick visit to the Roche pit and be like, hey, Roshan, do you got a gift for us? Like maybe an Aegis? Oh, you do have an Aegis. Can I have that? No, I'm gonna go ahead and roar and try to fight back. So, with that quick gank, several actually, 2 ganks, one in the mid and a quick run around in the whole entire bottom area. Not bottom area. In the top lane, it just led to opening up Roshan for Pot of Greed to go ahead and take. They are gonna go ahead and start swapping around a lot of things. The M-Claw, ooh, Orb of Destruction. Oh man, that is absolutely nasty. So they're gonna go ahead and do some quick rotations. They do feel like they are in their own triangle, so they're gonna go ahead and try to sort it out by quickly doing a quick sweep of it. So as you can see, all 3 camps are being taken care of from 3 different heroes. It kind of feels like that Leshrac is turning it into a core in this game, so that's even better news, because while she was able to go ahead and have a decent start of farm for himself, he has his Aghanim Scepter. I kind of feel like maybe getting... oh gosh, if he gets Ag Shards this game, I kind of feel like it's a trap. It's a great item, but I don't think he needs it at this very moment. I really feel like he needs probably a BKB. Just so that way he doesn't get silenced up at key moments. Just something. Maybe a Yules? I don't know. But anyways. Actually... well, I do feel like BKB is a lot better. Because he's probably going to be right next to the teammate that's going to be Winter Cursed on. Right, so while that is being thought upon in our heads, we're going to go ahead and get a quick TP back from Sorry. This bottom Rax is going to be toast. Oh, the double shackle, that is perfect. They're going to go ahead and use the Dream Coil. And here comes the Primal Split. And the Yule's up in the air for the Gree. There's the Winter's Curse, like I was mentioning before. Oh, they're going to go ahead and use the False Promise to blink forward from Grey Sky to go ahead and try to get rid of the damn Oracle. But man, Rabaz blinks right into Grey Sky. Out comes the Waning Rift to go ahead and silence up. Oh my gosh, the power shot finishes the job. And using the second charge of this Primal Split. Oh man, they're going to go ahead and try to figure out a way to kill Welshi at this point. Welshi's trying to hide one of his pandas, 2 of his pandas. I think he knows he can go ahead and... yep, swaps on over and is able to get away. TPing on back, and they find Hexy. Out comes the Chaos Bolt. The Rage is not available. Oh, never mind, it is. He gets it out just in time. He's going to go ahead and... uh-oh. Get stuck in place. Oh, he's able to go ahead and get out the Reality Rift. Oh, I want to say the Reality Rift saved him, but at the same time, it wasn't the Reality Rift that saved him. It was a slight hesitation on the Fortune's end that did. Oh, well, look at this. Got the top, got the melee barracks and a tower. So it was a relatively A-okay kinda kill. I mean trade. Gosh, my head is like not on my shoulders today. It's like somewhere in the clouds. Oh man. Oh, okay, so that's what the power shot does. Okay. Well, I know what the power shot does. I'm just talking about what it does globally. Once it impacts, it kills the... it kills it. Okay. I know that counts. It's kind of sounds a little funny when I say it out loud like that. Anyways, all right, we got knife hand. Oh, hyperstone. Ah, so the Mjolnir is on your mind. Okay. So the power shot with the Aghanim shards is really neat.
Dire's bottom tower is under
I do have to say though, Pot of Greed is a good team because they had a really stompy game last round with Grin.Apex, and they have turned it around because it wasn't looking so hot in the beginning of the game, and now it really feels like they have turned it around. You know, they have, I wouldn't say they have complete, utter, full control, but they have enough control of the game where even though you don't have your two main cores at the top of the leaderboards, they are threatening the Wind Ranger and the Life Stealer like magnificently. And that's to the credit of them sticking together as a unit as opposed to split pushing. And that's not anything I want to say against Knifehan for doing, but when you take a look at how the team is constructed, right, you can go ahead and do that. Knifehan can go ahead and run off and, you know, split, you know. And the same goes with the Lifestealer as well. You know, they can actually split, they can actually fight 4v5 and have a chance at winning the fight. But it's not the greatest. You know, Knifehan is going to go ahead and take out this tower. You know, Grin.Apex is a strong team and not an easy pushover whatsoever. Sorry, is going to be TPing on back. Like I'm saying, I do feel like a BKB for Welshi would be really good. All right, they're going to go ahead and challenge each other's towers here. They're not going to stop. They're glyphing once. Can they glyph twice? Oh, they have no glyph available on the Dire side. So they're going to be giving up this barracks here. And it kind of feels like they're turning it into a base race of sorts. Because that's what it's going to be. Oh, actually, you can't really do a base race right here. You kind of sort of need to come back. You know, and actually defend the tower a bit, because they are threatening tier 4s, which is okay. Oh, the Dream Coil does land onto the Wind Ranger. Out comes the Split Earth. There is the Waning Rift, the BKB being used. Oh, the Focus Fire absolutely destroys Gree. So she's going to go ahead and run away now. All right, CK was able to go ahead and get out safely. Oh, they're turning it around with the Dark Ascension. They found him. They're going to go ahead and try to kill the Brewmaster and Welshi, who has False Promise, who's going to be splitting right now, and he's going to be turning around and focusing his fury on this damn Hexy. Hexy still surviving just a tad bit. The Focus Fire on the Puck. Down she goes. Oh, and the Dark Ascension blinking on forward with a Gray Sky, trying to get rid of this this Oracle. Oh, and the Reality Rift saving. But over here, they have a line taking out, oh my, Welshi. And down goes CK. Oh no, that is a terrible thing for the side of Pot of Greed. Here comes two buybacks. They have none in the CK. Oh, B-Jack Honeydew must be kicking himself right now. He's really close to his Eye of Scotty, but at the same time, oh, and no, the double shackle. Oh, let's just say the False Promise. No, he doesn't have the False Promise. Oh, that's a dieback. They do have Gree coming up in like about 2 seconds. Oh man, this Life Stealer is absolutely happy right now. Oh, they're going to go ahead and use the Infast Bomb right then and there. The Dream Coil snapping on one. They're able to go ahead and kill the Lion in the back line. And the Yule's being helpful, but the Diabolic Edict, can it do its job? No, it won't. The Winter's Curse was perfectly timed, and Gree is going to be dead. Oh, yes, he is. He's going to die to his own right clicks from his teammates. Oh, that doesn't feel so great. Oh, in a few more seconds, they can get CK back. Oh, it feels very, very dire for the Dire. I'm sorry for the pun, but I had to say it. It was just right there. I had to lob it and hit it out.
I accept this offering.
Oh man, what was really, really close to the game ending turned into a wonderful defense for the side of Pot of Greed, and then a wonderful attempt from the Grin.Apex. You know, the Grin.Apex, they were really close to ending this game and making it a 2-0 series, and for them to advance further into the PAC's playoffs. Oh, well, all of that chaos was going on. They were able to go ahead and sneak in an observer ward on the back line over here. That is absolutely great. You know, they have vision more or less right there, so they have a very good idea of which direction Pot of Greed's going to be moving. So the sentries are placed in the more or less the correct areas of the map to go ahead and make sure that they don't get scouted out from the smoke. But that deep ward right there is just going to ruin their day. Oh man, they were so close to turning this game upside down on its head so badly. Instead, the game was turned upside down on them instead. So here on the bottom lane, oh, and the perfect winner's curse. Oh, and the false promise that was perfectly laid down just so they can have a chance at keeping Rob Boss alive. Oh, there's the phase shift. And is able to go ahead and avoid the damage, I believe. Oh. Let's see here. Ooh. Penta Edge Sword for the Life Stealer. I mean, like, let's see here. 100 attack range and 45 damage. That's good for him. He can hit as if he is almost a Monkey King. Ooh, Illusionist Cape. Man, honestly, I think you give that to yeah, I think you give that to the Night Stalker a little bit. I think, honestly, like, why not? That's good. New meta. Ooh, almost ran into that power shot. Oh boy. So it's going to be a little tense at the moment. They have a 14k lead, does Grin.Apex. It feels like they're closing in on a win right here, but at the same time, oh man, they were able to go ahead and claim that second tier tower. If that second tier tower wasn't there, I believe they would have had megas. Oh, it's so close between these two teams right now. You can really, really feel the tension. It's a nail biter right now. Oh, and they even got the Aghanim shard on Greed, so that way not the nihilism, but the split earth goes like and keeps split the earth in a lot. Y'all know what I mean. Roshan is available. Oh, Knife Hand is going to be attempting to solo this. It is very plausible for the Wind Ranger to do this. The focus fire, the wind run. Just needs to wind run one more time. Throwing out the shackle shot. You know, given how the Grin.Apex played this map, I'm not going to say perfectly, but nearly like so impressively well done that they were able to go ahead and back up Pot of Greed into their own base and had them reeling so hard on the back feet that they're like, we cannot take any more like big risks, so they have to stay inside their base, because losing both those lanes and losing the top tier 4 absolutely messed with their minds. They were in the driver's seat, in my opinion, until their attempt on the tier 3 and having no glyph for their base absolutely wrecked their base. It was just unfortunate timing. So glyphs are available for both teams at the moment, as scans are as well. Roshan won't be up for another 6 minutes and 47 seconds. Ooh, they did find the ward. It was well hidden and sneaky. So we're going to see how this is all going to be played out, obviously. Now let's take a visit over here on the bottom lane. We have Night Stalker trying to finish up his axe. He is going to buy out, won't have buyback, and I believe he doesn't have buyback of... Yeah, okay, so he does have it available if he had enough gold for it. So that may come back and bite him. Ooh, a Timeless Relic. Oh, I think you give that to Greed, right? Or do you give that to the PAC? Like, let's see your Timeless Relic. Oh, I hear a Winter's Curse. Doesn't last for too long. She is shifted for a little bit. Rob Boss is going to go ahead and try to maneuver himself out of position so that way he's not in a bad spot. But they do have eyes on the CK. And B-Jack Honeydew is running back into the base. The best solution to almost any occasion in which that you need to defend your base is running back into it. Not entirely sure if they want to go ahead and smoke up and try to flank. Because why flank when you can go ahead and let them come to you? Power shots aren't missing. I mean, like, gosh. These global power shots have been spammed throughout the whole entire, like, what, 10, 15 minutes now? They're defending quite well. They don't need to worry about it too much. You know, the Split Earth is doing its thing. Let's go ahead and put another one on top of it. So that way, trying to enter the base is more or less along the lines of timing and avoidance more than anything else. Just absolutely throwing those down. Here comes the rage. It feels like Hexy seems to be baiting a response out of it, which it is happening. Power shot coming on through. The cold embrace on, and ooh, the split and the split. Oh, and he's gonna go ahead and jump in the back line. Is Gray Sky trying to go ahead and eliminate anyone in front of him, which is the Oracle. But if we go ahead and take a look over here, Rob Boss is trying to be a distraction. Well, she moving on forward, and down goes Rob Boss, down for 100 seconds. Oh, and that power shot was beautiful to go ahead and finish the job onto Gree. 50 seconds is him being down. They are closing in on this slowly. They're trying to finish off B-Jack Honeydew. He does have his buyback available, but they're going to go ahead and glyph up. And I'm not entirely sure what kept him alive right there, but oh, he's going to go ahead and buy on back. The Oracle is around somewhere in the back line. Right now, they're trying to kill Welshie, but Welshie with all those different bears, you know, they're able to go ahead and survive very, very well. Hexy is just absolutely chomping at B-Jack Honeydew. Fortune's End to go ahead and get rid of those debuffs and make them survive just a tad bit longer. The base is under siege right now. The tier 3 looks like it's going to be going down. The Rax is under threat. They only have 3 heroes available. Make it 4 in about 2 seconds. Will they go ahead and achieve megas? And they will. The tier 4 is lasting just for 1 moment. Oh, they need to do something right now real quick because that throne is exposed at the moment. Oh, they're going to go ahead and try to go after... Oh, no, the Winter's Curse perfectly placed onto Welshie. Oh, can they keep him alive is the question because there's a split. Oh, the shackles kept him from splitting. Oh, and the Aegis is being reclaimed. Can they kill this Hexy right on time? The Split Earth is doing its thing. Oh, jumping right into... and jumping right back on out to kill the damn Panda Brew. Split Earth stunning up too. Oh, Hexy's like, screw this. I'm gonna go ahead and keep right clicking the damn freaking throne. I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. Can they go ahead and finish the job onto Knife Hand? Oh, here comes the Reality Rift on the backside there on Hexy. Hexy's trying to ignore it and try to right click on through. He's gonna go ahead and armlet toggle to survive and is able to go ahead and clutch the game out for his team in Grin.Apex. Oh, what a finish to this game. They killed the Wind Ranger just in time. And they could not finish the job on the Lifestealer. Oh my lord. What a finish to this game. That makes it a 2-0 series win for Grin.Apex. So congratulations to Grin.Apex. You're going to continue on in the playoffs. And I have no idea where Pot of Greed is headed. I think maybe down to the lower bracket. I'm not entirely sure. But because I'm not too familiar with the playoff format with PAC. So let me go ahead and throw up some music real quick. Let me just go ahead and message someone real fast so I can go ahead and relay the messages to you guys about what the format's like. Oh. Okie dokie, so I went ahead and grabbed some confirmation. It is a double elimination playoff format. So Pot of Greed will be going down to the lower brackets if I'm not mistaken, and that means Grin.Apex will advance further in the upper brackets if that's where they're at. And congratulations Grin.Apex to continuing further into the playoff for the Premier Amateur Community. So, this is Artifazel. I'm going to go ahead and sign on out right now after this song, I guess. And I'll see you guys later.